Hey everyone, welcome back to another new exciting video. So Clawdbot. So many people are talking about this Clawdbot. What is actually Clawdbot? And some of you are thinking that to run this Clawdbot, we need the Mac Mini, but it is not. I will tell you all of the truth and all of that important discussion on this Clawdbot, that what actually it does, and should you require this Mac Mini or there are any other ways, and should you actually use this Clawdbot or not. Okay, so let's see. Here you see that this is the official website Clawd.bot, and this is actually made by one engineer, and the engineer name is this Peter Steinberger. Okay, so here you see that on his Twitter profile he has written that came back from retirement to mess with AI and help a lobster to take over the world at that Clawdbot. So he actually made this Clawdbot, and after that it got popular. Now the thing is that what actually Clawdbot does, and if you go to their official website, they have written runs on your machine. Next one is any chat app, means it can talk to WhatsApp, Telegram, Messenger, Discord, and also persistent memory. Memory is the important thing, and it actually this Clawdbot actually handles it properly. The next one is the browser control. It can access all of the browser related things like forms, it can send mails, and it can fill the data, it can extract the data, all of that things. Okay. Next one is the full system access. So you can give the full system access to this Clawdbot, and it is running 24 multiply 7s. It runs all of the day, and all of the important notification, important tasks it will do for you. Okay, and here you see skills and plugins extended with community skills and build your own. So they have their own skills directory. By the way, yesterday I made one video on this context 7 skills. If you have not watched this, please watch. It will be really helpful for you to build the better project. Now let's come back to this Clawdbot. Here you see that all of that important chat apps like WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Slack, Signal, iMessage, Claude, and Spotify, GPT, all of these apps are supported here. 50 plus integrations they have written. Okay, now the thing is that should you need this Mac Mini or not? Okay, this is the kind of Mac Mini. Now, those who don't know what is Mac Mini, so it is a kind of device where you can actually you can on this device 24 into 7, and you can do any kind of work with this. Okay, and if you go to this go to this post, this is done by this creator of Clawdbot, Peter. So he actually wrote that please don't buy a Mac Mini, rather sponsor one of the many contributors of Clawdbot. So if you go to this official website, here you see that there are some providers like VPS. So the thing is that to run this Claude code 24 into 7, you need a kind of device or kind of server. Okay. Now if you use this Mac Mini, then it is completely secure that you are not depending on any server. Okay, and you have to just give the one-time payment for this Mac Mini, and now you can control it how you want to use it. It is totally under your control, and you can keep this device 24 into 7 on. But if you go to this VPS setup or this Amazon free tier, okay, there are multiple ways that you can use this Clawdbot. There you need to do the setup, and that setup is actually time consuming, and actually you need to follow some proper steps, otherwise you will not be able to do the correct setup. Okay, so without that, if you just simply buy the Mac Mini, then it is totally fine, and that's why people are posting that don't go with that with the setup, that complex setup. Just buy a Mac Mini and then connect this device with your laptop or whatever you are using, and it is good to go. Okay, so that's why people are interested to Mac Mini, but to run this Cloud Code, Mac Mini is not required. Okay, now personally, if you ask me that whether I want to use this Clawdbot or not, and see this post, so this person actually posted what am I missing with Clawdbot? why is it better than Cloud Code? Just because I can WhatsApp it instead of going through a CLI. So actually, if you go to this Cloud Code, or sorry, if you go to this Cloud website or Cloud Code or ChatGPT, there you ask that what can be the solution for this. So this just simply give you the solution. Okay. Now in case of CloudBot, it actually gives you the solution and it executes the solution also. But in case of normal ChatGPT use or Claude use, we actually copy paste that solution, or we actually manually perform that solution that is provided that ChatGPT, and that is provided by that ChatGPT or Claude, right? But in case of CloudBot, it actually provides the solution and it execute it automatically, fully automation. Okay, so that's why people are interested on CloudBot. But here I have found one interested post which is done by this person, this Robert Youssef. Okay, so he actually posted a blog on Twitter, don't install Clawdbot unless, and this post is really helpful. I will give this link in description. I just want to mention all of this reason that he has mentioned why you should not install or why you should not use the Clawdbot. Reason one, you are giving an AI cell access to your live, so actually it will get access to your all of the files. It will send emails from your account. It will access your calendar, browse the web on your behalf, message people as you. It can do the payment on your behalf. Okay, so it can do all of that things. Basically 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while you sleep, it will act as your personal assistant. Okay, so this is not a chatbot, this is an autonomous agent with keys to your digital house. Means you are giving full access to this Cloudbot. There is no privacy. There is no privacy. Just keep it in your mind. Okay. This is the reason one. Reason two, okay, one thing. Here you see one wrong configuration and it is not your assistant anymore, it is a liability. Okay, so this was I was talking about, that if you do the wrong configuration, then all of your data will be leaked. Okay, so this is then you cannot blame this Cloudbot anymore. It is your liability, your responsibility to do the correct configuration. Now come to this reason 2. Prompt injection is not theoretical. So we have already covered all of that prompt injection related topics before also, and many of you already know that it is a large threat in the community, this prompt injection. This can also be happen. Okay, so if you read this, then you will understand. Reason 3, the cost and up fast. So many people are talking about that about the $5 server. So if you just buy a $5 server from the Amazon, or you see that on Cloudbot official website, they have mentioned some of the VPS pickup provider, like there are many providers, and AWS EC2 is there, and there you can access the free tier. By the way, for this free tier setup, I have given one link in description. Okay, this is the guide. This is the guide. Okay, sorry, not this one. This is the guide. So this person actually did the setup on this free tier, AWS free tier, under 5 minutes. So by watching this video, you can also do that. Okay, but the thing is that here you see nobody talks about the API build. So you need to use the Claude model, and Claude Opus 4.5 pricing is that $5 per million input token, $25 per million output token. This amount is really huge, and if you just use the small things, then it is okay. But as you are using the Claude bot, so you are actually using the agent. Here is that sounds cheap until your agent starts doing research, browsing the web. So when it will do that, here you see that some heavy users reported $100 plus in a single day. So this is a kind of cost that you have to spend. Okay, but you will find some of the tutorials, those who are using that free Olama models. But remember one thing, Claude is actually a specialized model on all of these tasks. Okay, you will not find that specialization in other models, right? This you have to understand. So reason 4 is that you need to actually understand what you are deploying. Okay, so Clawdbot is not a product, it's an infrastructure. You need to set up a Linux server, you need to configure your security settings, understand the API authentication, manage token permission, you need to whitelist some commands so that other people cannot affect, and you need to set up the sandboxing so that it can runs properly on the cloud. Okay, all other things you need to do the setup. And yes, these are the things. Okay, so please read this is my recommendation. This post actually really helpful, and if you read this, then it will be helpful for you guys. Okay. Okay, so this is the guide, and again, before ending this video, I want to tell you one thing. Just use the normal tools that are available in the market, like Cloud is there, Codex there, Open Code there, Drawer there, and if you need some non-coding task, then just use the normal Cloud Code. Okay, there. If you need any summary of the transcription, then just provide the transcription. It will do that. If you need many works, then use the Cloud Code co-work. Okay, so I already made the video on that co-work. Here you see that Cloud Code co-work. Cloud Code published that some days ago. This is actually great. Okay, so just use it and do some task manually. Don't run all of this agent kind of thing 24 into 7. Don't give all other things autonomous. Okay, don't go autonomous, do some manual work, and you will be happy, because you will understand that yes, I am giving access to Claude or any other model only this much. Okay, but if you give all of the access, then later you will not find the actual root cause, and or it will be very tricky to find or to fix that problem later. Okay, if anything goes wrong. So I personally don't interested to use this Clawdbot. Actually, many people are making the video, and some of you got confused about between the Mac Mini and other VPS and AWS server, which one we should use. So I think that after watching this video, it got clear to you. And if you have any question, just let me know in the comment section.